There is a painting that firefighters in England used to refuse to hang in their homes. It was called The Crying Boy. For decades, people believed this image was cursed. Homes burned down, families lost everything, and in the ashes, firefighters kept finding the same thing, a painting of a young boy with tears rolling down his face, completely untouched by the flames. The painting was created by an Italian artist named Bruno Amadio in the 1950s. He painted many images of crying children, but one became more famous than the rest. The boy in the painting had large, sad eyes, pale skin, and tears streaming down his cheeks. At first glance, it looked innocent, just a sad child. But people who owned it began to report strange and terrifying experiences. The legend started to grow in the 1980s. A British newspaper called The Sun published a story that changed everything. A woman named Dora Mann claimed her house was destroyed by a fire. Everything inside was burned. But when firefighters searched through the rubble, they found the painting of the crying boy hanging on the wall, perfectly fine. It was not even scorched. After that article, more people came forward. One man said his house burned down, and the only thing that survived was the painting. Another family lost their home in a fire. The crying boy painting was found again, undamaged. Firefighters across England started talking about it. Some refused to enter homes that had the painting on the wall.
Others said they would never keep one in their own house. People began to believe the painting was cursed. The story spread that the boy in the image was a street child whose parents had died in a fire. Some said the artist had used a real orphan as a model. Others claimed the boy had been abused and that his suffering had been trapped inside the painting. According to the legend, wherever the painting went, fire followed. The fear became so strong that in 1985, the Sun newspaper organized a mass burning of crying boy paintings. Hundreds of people sent their paintings in to be destroyed. The newspaper burned them in a bonfire. It was meant to end the curse, but instead, it only made the legend more famous. Of course, there are rational explanations. The painting was printed on thick laminated board. That material does not burn easily. Firefighters often find objects made from similar materials still standing after a fire. Also, the painting was extremely popular. Millions of copies were sold, so it makes sense that it would show up in burned homes more often than other paintings. But even with these explanations, the image still feels wrong. There is something about the boy's eyes that makes people uncomfortable. Some owners said they felt like they were being watched. Others said they could not sleep with the painting in their room. A few even claimed they saw the boy's expression change when nobody was looking.
The crying boy became one of the most famous haunted objects in modern history. It was featured in books, documentaries, and paranormal investigations. Some people collected the paintings as creepy art. Others wanted nothing to do with them. The painting was no longer just a picture. It had become a symbol of bad luck, fire, and tragedy. Today, you can still find copies of the crying boy for sale online. Some people buy them as jokes. Others buy them because they love urban legends. But many people still refuse to bring one into their home. They would rather not take the chance. Whether the curse is real or not, the story of the crying boy teaches us something powerful. Fear does not need proof to spread. Once people believe something is dangerous, that belief becomes real enough. The painting did not need to start fires. It only needed to make people afraid. So what do you think? Is the crying boy really cursed? Or is it just a strange painting that got caught in a perfect storm of coincidences? Let me know your theory in the comments. And if you want more creepy urban legends, subscribe. There are darker stories waiting.